Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. The Mustangs will kick it away first. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll pull it on the read. At the 35, he's loose. And he's running in the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, we talk a lot about quarterbacks having to make the right decisions in the pass game, reading coverages, etc., etc. But how about in the run game as well? On these zone reads, on RPO-type plays are the option. Knowing when to keep the football and making that decision quickly. You saw a great example of it by the QB there.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
And that is a huge play for the defense. The offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Aaron is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buys a little time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the SMU Mustangs offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Gallagher. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Plows through the defense. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll keep it on the ground. What a cut! Now he's loose. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's gotten ready for a first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical run.
Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, what a spin. Touchdown, Tigers. Reeled it in and just made the house call. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Off-play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down coming up.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Woodhead. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Finds his back in the middle. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. It's been like a launching pad for that UCF offense today. Liftoff and touchdown on just about every series. They're up 14 over the Sharks. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat, trying to make magic with his feet. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Unloads it left. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Shoots it to the left. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
He's got it on the run. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Good, right down the boulevard. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Oh, he's looking to throw. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys. Time you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It'll be a draw. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. They go to the ground. Dances away from one. Oh, it's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Hauls it in. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll try to pop the draw. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And he missed it. No good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. They'll try the run. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Tigers are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Floating away. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the third quarter. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. He looks that one in nicely.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Woodside. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And they get him down.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Into the house. Touchdown, SMU! And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to...
Oh, look out! Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete. Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Slips away. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Oh, and they corral the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something.
Gets away from... Continues to fight for yards. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. The hand to the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's 1st and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. Grab near the sticks. It's Castillo. Touchdown, Mustang! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Using his feet, he barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. They'll dial one up on 2nd and 6 from the 25. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give on the inside. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a help.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 38 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Gallagher. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Gallagher. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Lets it fly. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And now just 1 point away from a tie.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Still looking, on the move. He makes the grab. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an in.
Lofts one high and deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Now, that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Coming after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with